Okay, and welcome back, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back. This is the Paladin's Tavern, and my name is Joe. We are live on Twitch, we're live on Kick, and we're live on YouTube as well. This is Friday night D&D. Glad to have you all here with us. Sorry we're running late, as always, unfortunately. I thought maybe, hey, let me schedule the stream for 11:30 instead of 11, you know, and here we are, 7 minutes after midnight. So it takes a while to get here, but we're here, and I'm not alone. I'm never alone. I've got my beautiful wife Jenny is here with me today.
Hello, everybody.
So I'm excited for what's going on tonight. What about you?
Oh yeah. I'm looking to get back into this this combat situation.
Yeah, we've got a heavy combat thing going on right now. If you tuned in last week, you got a chance to meet Captain Rhygar and Captain Adalyn, and they decided, you know what, we're gonna. They've secured the town with their various regiments. Now they are going to move into the woods and see if they can find this rumored tower or fortress or prison, whatever it is, fabled to be deep inside the forest, where a menace of lizardfolk have been coming from. So they made their way in, and after just before I think it was just before lunch, right? They were doing their first march.
I thought they left at dawn.
Yeah. From dawn till noon would be their first march, and then that's when they encountered some lizardfolk, right?
Oh yes.
All right. So they encountered some lizardfolk. They got a chance to smack them around a little bit. Now the lizard folk are eager to jump in. So that is where we start our story tonight. The march into the woods, searching for this ruined structure. And I keeping it vague because, you know what, the townsfolk are not exactly sure of Riverbend Hollow. The townsfolk are not exactly sure what's deep in the woods. It's a 3 days march. They know stick to the road essentially, but all except one child knew. He said he had been in there and seen it for himself. So the townsfolk say it's there. No one's been in there in a long time, so they're not even sure. So they don't know what they're looking for. They know if they stick to the main road, they'll eventually find some sort of ruin deep in the woods, where they believe some sort of dark menace has taken up residence. Okay. Well, with that being said, and without any further ado, here is Session 6 of Friday Night D&D, Menace from Beyond.
What your elf I see?
The Uruks turn northeast. They're taking the hobbits to Isengard.
What's up, Caldorian? What's going on, Caldorian? How are you? Nice to see you. Yes, of course, we're live streaming, and that means that we get all the live streaming fun into that as well. So great to have you, Caldorian. Very much love the Lord of the Rings quotes coming in. Okay, so the lizard folk are charging it. You know, it's a little sad to see that. I don't think our little when the audio, the Lord of the Rings audio played, hon, did you see a video pop up?
I got nothing. I was really upset.
Yeah, I think I've got some kinks to work out with the live stream. I do apologize. No video, says Caldorian. I do apologize. In order to... Yeah, got the sound, though. All right. Yeah, I got some kinks to work out on the live stream. I do apologize. So I'll get it figured out. Probably next week I'll be able to get it figured out. All right. The lizard folk are going to start attacking. Let's see. Now, I had...
Honey, fair warning. I have a lot of paladin points, so I'm probably going to be purchasing Sing Mode tonight.
Ha! Fantastic.
Just get yourself prepared mentally for that.
Wonderful.
I could strike at any time.
Any moment it could happen. All right. So, just trying to get a little organized. I thought I was organized, and then you can never be too organized as a dungeon master. Caldorian says, so is it just you and your gal playing tonight? I'd think it'd be more players. Yeah, normally for D&D there is more, but no, it's just myself and my wife Jenny. We would love to add players, of course. We'd love to do that, but we just haven't had any interest so far. It's still a fairly new series. Okay. All right. So, let's see. Yeah, I don't have the stat blocks for these guys up yet. So, thought I was prepared. I most certainly am not. Give me a second here. I think I've got the monster manual on PDF. How awesome would that be? All right. Dungeon Master's Guide, Player's Handbook. I don't have the monster manual on PDF. That's okay.
Do you want me to go grab your monster manual?
You know what? Not right this second. Because we can just get this done real quick with a simple search. Okay. Got it. But you know what? Next time I'm going to bring up the monster manual. I thought I had it on PDF. All right. Looks like lizard folk number. Let's see. Let's just do a quick D20. Roll 1d20. Let's roll 2d20. And nothing to dexterity. All right. Okay. All right, so these guys, all right, got to try and figure out their plus to attack, which I have. Okay. All right, on track. Very sorry for the slowdown. Lizard folk number... Syntax is an issue. Got to get the syntax right. All right. Lizard folk number 1 is going to attempt to strike Rhygar. And that's going to be a hit. Lizard folk number 2 is going to attempt to strike Rhygar. And that's a hit as well. Lizard folk 3 is going to attempt to strike Adalyn with an 11. Does an 11 hit Adalyn?
What did you say? 11?
11, yeah.
That is my armor class precisely.
Ah, so that's a hit. And then lizard folk number 4 is going to try and hit Adalyn with a failure of a 5. All right. Now we're going to suss out the damage. All right, so lizard folk get a multi attack. They go in for a bite and then a heavy club attack as well. Each one's a d6 plus 2.
Did you say club or claw?
Club. 1d6 plus 2. Okay. So each one gets 2 hits here.
Great.
So lizard folk number 1 is coming in for the bite on Rhygar, and that's going to be 4 damage plus 5. That's 9 damage in total for the bite and the club.
Oh man.
Okay. Lizard folk number 2 coming in for the bite. That's 8 damage. And then the club is 3 damage. That's going to be 11 damage more on Rhygar. Okay. Lizard folk number 3 coming in for the bite on Adalyn. That's going to be 7 damage. And then the club is going to be 7 damage as well. So that's going to be a total of 14 damage from Adalyn. All right. Our party's starting to feel the pain. So, who comes next?
Rhygar, no?
Yep. That is going to be it's going to be Rhygar. All right, let me get his character sheet. Pull that character sheet up. Let's see. So, yeah, I just realized that no one can see my. It might be nice to see my character sheet here. You know. Might be cool for the live stream to see the character sheet. All right. So we are going to attack with longsword. It's going to be d20 plus 7 to see if we hit. And going in for number 2 over here. 18. All right, that's a hit. And we're going to do 1d8 plus 7 damage. And that is going to be 11 damage in total, which is a deathly strike for lizard folk number 2. Rhygar moves in, takes his blade, jams it into the lizard folk's chest, puts his foot on his abdomen, and pulls it out as the lizard folk collapses onto his back, dead instantly from the righteous strike of Rhygar.
Yeah.
All right, now Rhygar also receives, because he is a level 5 paladin, he gets extra attack. So he is going to spend that extra attack on lizard folk number 1. Roll 1d8 plus 7. And that's a 9. Does that hit? I think that's going to be a miss. That's a miss. All right. Rhygar has missed his second target. Adalyn.
Yes.
it is your turn. What do you choose to do?
All right. Well, I think Adalyn's going to whip out another Burning Hands, but I think I'm going to do level 1 this time. I don't know what's ahead, and I don't want to waste too many level 2 spells.
Well, don't forget, even though it's a 3-day march, after 2 marches, we're going to get a long rest. So don't be afraid. This is our first march on our first day. We're going to do a second march after this. After that, long rest. So don't be afraid to, don't be afraid to whip out the big guns.
All right, then we'll do level 2 then.
All right. Woo! Level 2 what?
We're going to do Burning Hands.
Level 2 Burning Hands, whipping out the big guns.
Yep. So let me head over there. Got your,
Caldorian's cheering us on. Oh, yeah. I got it. Caldorian saying I'm an old hat at using Roll20 on my compendium. My compendium is verbose. I've been on Roll20 for 12 years, and 10 of those have been steady stream of players. Nice. Just started a new campaign with 6 players. Quests from the Infinite Staircase a month ago. Nice. Sounds great. Sounds awesome. If you need a helping hand, I'm not adverse to coming to play each week. Oh, okay. Well, you know what, Caldorian, let's chat about that. I think that might be fun. We're a little dodgy when it comes to our ability to actually get on the stream. But as long as I think we keep the lines of communication open on Discord, we'll be able to let you know when we're streaming and when we have to cancel. But yeah, I'm definitely open to it, for sure.
Okay, you ready, babe?
Yeah, ready.
Okay, so how do we do? Do you do your dex saving throw first? I forget how you did this last time.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is going to be lizard 3 and 4 because it's going to be that 15-foot cone.
Okay. Now the lizards get 0 to dex. So what's going to happen here is they're just going to roll a straight d20 and they're going to do that twice. So lizard number 3 is rolling his dex saving throw. And
my spell save DC is 14.
Okay, well, lizard number 3 rolled an 18, so he's going to get half damage. And then lizard number 4 rolled a 1. That's going to be a critical failure as well. So maybe he was doing like some kind of like lizardfolk interpretive dance here while you whip out this spell, and maybe he's probably just going to get his heels roasted.
He was taking a poop and was very distracted.
I'm trying to take a blood.
Great. Now his area is going to smell like flaming dung.
Ew.
Flaming lizard folk poop.
Ugh, gross.
Well, why don't you roll that beautiful bean footage? Let's speaking of poop, let's let's see how much damage we got going on here. So lizard folk number 4, not only is he going to take full damage, but we're going to give him a little extra penalty for rolling that 1. And then lizard folk number 3 is going to take half damage.
Okay, so Burning Hands does 3d6 fire damage at level 1. I'm casting it at level 2, which means I get to add a d6, so it's 4d6. All right, so here we go.
Here we go, 4d6.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Hold up, I got a 1. And I have a thing for that.
Oh, we've got yes. Yeah, so explain that again to the viewers. When you specifically roll a 1, what are you doing and where does that come from?
Yeah, let me get over to the feature. So, as a caster, I usually take a feat called Elemental Adept. That's my favorite feature.
Mm.
And so the feat allows you to, well, it does two different things actually. So you choose a type of damage from the list: acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
For my first time choosing this, I chose fire, which obviously Burning Hands does fire damage.
Fuego.
Okay. So spells I cast ignore resistance to the damage of that chosen type. So if a certain creature has fire resistance, my spell will ignore that. Okay, so I can still do full damage on them. But also, any damage of that type that I do, if I roll a 1 on damage, I get to replace that 1 with a 2.
Mm.
So I did roll a 1, and that's going to become a 2. So what was my total again? 16. So I actually do 17 damage instead.
Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, so 17 damage plus a little extra something or other is going to hit lizardfolk number 4 over here. And so as you're casting burning flames, he was distracted by either his poop or interpretive dance. No one can actually tell because it looked exactly the same. And he just went. He couldn't even let out a scream. Like a Hiroshima bomb, he turned into a pile of ash. Ooh, maybe too soon for that. Sorry.
Oh, jeez. Oh, always too soon.
Lizard folk number 3, astonished at how quickly a lizard folk could be turned into a pile of ash, is singed pretty badly. Third and second degree burns all over his the front of his body there. He is going to take what we say half damage. So that's going to be 8 damage he's going to be taking, which is pretty significant if you're watching the life total. Okay. That ends round number 1. No, it doesn't. It's halfway through round 2. I'm so sorry. Caldorian giving me an acknowledgement about my great communication skills on Discord. Great, awesome. So as long as you're checking it and you're there, Caledorian rather, let's do it. I'll hit you up on Discord and we'll have a new player starting next week. I'm excited for this.
That's very cool.
Yeah, awesome. Especially for me, because as a dungeon master, like I enjoy very much having more people at the table. So it works. It works real well. And it'd be great
Takes the pressure off me too to always come up with what I want to do and.
Right. Yeah. Finally, you get to work as a team with someone else other than the dungeon master. And I could probably take Rhygar and give him a step or two backward. So he's not such a presence, because that could be difficult too. It's very frowned upon in D&D for the dungeon master to have a character. But alas, I'm here. Anyway,
I think you do a really nice job of balancing it, though. I think you do a good job of not giving your character. I think there have been times that in our campaign with our friends down south that you have actually not taken certain things, or like not left yourself treasure or things of that nature, so that your character was, not OP or anything.
Yeah, no, the way I do it is because, you can't divorce yourself completely from the mechanics of the game and what's coming up. In this particular campaign that Jenny's talking about, I actually removed my character completely from a from a good portion of the game, simply because I didn't want my, as the campaign was ending and wrapping up, I didn't want my character to have any hand in the destruction of the big bad evil guy.
What he's trying to say is that he killed my in-game husband.
Yeah. Sorry. Caledorian saying, I'm normally the DM permanently, but I love the role. Yeah, so, I mean, I'm excited, too, to have you come on the show because as I was reading your comments, I got the sense that you're like a forever DM, and as one, I know how excited I get to actually play a character without having any influence on the story and the roles at all. So I'm really happy to, like, do that for you, you know? So I'm really excited for you to join us, and let's chat on Discord about, you know, the character you want to bring in, and I'll talk to you about lore. Very open, no restrictions. I'll figure if you want to make, you know, if you want to make a hippopotamus version of Helen Keller, I'll find a way to make it work. So okay. Lizardfolk number 1 is going to continue his campaign here against Rhygar. And he is going to swing at him with that bite and that club. So it's going to be. Let's see if he even hits Rhygar. That's what we're looking at right now. Is he even going to hit Rhygar? So that's a straight D20. That's an 8. That's a fail. Sorry, Lizardfolk number 1. Lizardfolk number 3 is going to take a step toward Adalyn and try and attack. And rolled an 8, a straight 8. That's a miss for Adalyn, isn't it?
Yep, she's got an AC of 11.
Got it. I always work with rule set 5th edition rule set 2014. I don't use the 2024 rule set. I have no access to it. I do not wish to gain access to it. So, hopefully that's not a sticking point for you. Okay, so moving into our turns, Rhygar, very cool. Rhygar is going to now attack Lizardfolk number 1. Roll D20 plus 7. And that's an 11. I believe that just hits. No, that's going to be a miss. That is a miss. All right. And Adalyn, please roll to see if you hit Lizardfolk number 3 or 1, whoever you're going to attack.
Well, I'm thinking it's time for Magic Missile.
Oh, yeah.
It's always time for Magic Missile, isn't it?
Magic Missile's like Jell-O. There's always room for Magic Missiles.
Exactly.
There's always room for Magic Missile. Who are you attacking? Number 1 or number 3?
Well, hold up. Let me get there. Even though I know the spells well, I still like to go to the page and
gotta do it.
Make sure I'm not forgetting.
Gotta do it. I always do it.
So, okay, I'll ask you how you feel about this, because I can direct my magic missiles to go anywhere I like. That's my understanding.
Yep.
They're in opposite directions,
yep.
These two monsters. Is that going to be a sticking point for you, or?
Not at all, because
okay.
you're in a situation here where you could always, take a half step backward and fight, for tactical reasons. If you want to split going from, having a dart go to number 1 and number 3, I'm not going to tell you can't do that. That's completely okay.
Cool. Okay. All right, so then we're going to do Magic Missile at, let me see, what do I get? 3? Okay, I'm going to do Magic Missile at level 2. That's my last level 2 spell slot.
Sweet.
So I'm going to get 4 darts. So we'll see how the damage lays out, and then I'll, I would like to break it up and to both these guys evenly, share the wealth.
Share the load.
Share the load.
The load.
Okay, sorry. I if there's a little delay after I speak and then between when I speak and roll, it's because I keep forgetting that once I press my push to talk button, I have to press back into the rolling program.
Right.
Roll 20. Okay. All right. Okay. So I guess we'll just roll damage. There's no roll for you here for your lizard guys.
No, nothing.
Okay, so I'm just typing out my roll. It's 4 different darts. They do 1d4 plus 1 force damage. So how do you want me to do this? You want me to roll 4d4 plus 4? That makes probably most sense.
No.
Or do you want to do each individually?
Each individual.
Okay. All right, so let me copy and paste the roll, and then I'll do it 4 times.
Yeah. That always benefits that benefits the player, and honestly, I think it benefits the player and is also much more fun for the player too. So,
okay, if one of these lizard guy or one of them or both die, I'm doing sing mode.
Great.
Just give you a warning here. Okay, here we go. 4 times.
All right. All right. I forgot to ask, who are you attacking and when? So how are you dividing up these numbers?
Okay, so, well, I mean, do you want me to do it now, or do you want me to re-roll?
No. Let's do it now. It was my mistake. I forgot to ask.
Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, we'll give the let's see. Let's do. Let me see here. I might want to do. Hold on. Let me think about this for a second. Okay. Let's kill off lizardfolk 3. Let's get rid of him. We'll give him the 5 and the 2 to get rid of him.
Okay.
And then the 2 3s can go to lizardfolk 1.
The 2 3s can go to lizardfolk number 1.
Yeah, so he's going to take 6 force damage.
All right. So your hands kind of shoot out like a bazooka. Over here.
Wait! I didn't do sing mode. I wanted to.
What? Oh.
All right, I'll wait.
Go ahead.
No, it's anticlimactic now. Go ahead. I'll do it later.
All right. So the darts are just firing out. Your hands kind of look like laser guns, just firing off these magic darts of force. Lizardfolk number 3 gets one square in the chin. As he starts to fall back, he catches the second one in his chest and just explodes in a flurry of meat and bone, and it smells like a low tide at a wharf all of a sudden. Lizardfolk number 1 catches one in the shoulder, another one on the side, probably broke a rib, and is snarling at both you and Rhygar in a fury. And it just so happens to be his turn, so happy day.
Great. We ruffled his feathers just in time for his turn.
You ruffled his lizard feathers.
He does kind of appear to have a feather on his elbow there.
He's got some feather type aspect going on there, yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it's like a fin or something of something. Not a fin, but
it's a feathery fin.
You know, like how those lizards have like the little like lion's mane type thing around them. It's obviously not fur, but it's, kind of like that.
So, being closer to Rhygar, he decides to vent his frustration out on Rhygar. And he tries to bite and swing his club. Unfortunately, he narrowly misses. And now it is Rygar's turn. That's a d20 plus 7 for the sword swing on Rhygar. And that is going to be a dirty 20. Rhygar connects with his sword. We're going to roll 1d8 plus 7. And that's going to be 12 damage. And then Rhygar is going to swing one more time with the sword. 1d20 plus 7. That's a 16. And that connects. That's going to be a hit as well. Kaldorian, yes, winning. We're going to roll, not rule. Roll 1d8 plus 7 on that second sword swing. 14 damage. Rhygar destroys the lizard folk after he swings first and cuts deeply across his abdomen.
Hold on, I redeemed sing mode.
I didn't even sing. As Rhygar swings his sword and cuts deeply across the lizard folk's abdomen, he then takes a step forward. His sword points true, righteously toward the lizard folk, and he spins on a heel and cuts his head. It goes clean off his shoulders. Rolling down the hill, the lizard folk lands on his knees and falls flat on his stubby neck and dies in a sound of gurgling and a scene of gore.
That was worth it.
Was it, though? Was it? Was it?
It reminds me of a song you might hear in, a Skyrim tavern.
In the bathroom while someone is having a really hard time on the toilet?
No, in a Skyrim tavern. You walk into the Battered Mare,
Yeah. Okay. Well, very good. Everyone just, let's see. Hold on a second here. Let me take a quick look at what's going on regarding rewards and whatnot. Hey, all right. Kaldorian, thank you so much for the bits, my man.
Very cool.
Thank you. Little tip in the old hat there. Kaldorian's song was worth it.
I'm saying.
Oh, well, all right.
It's really funny.
Okay. The lizard folk have been dispatched. They are dead. Now, what do you do with that information?
With what information? That they're dead?
That they're dead, yes. What do you want to do from here?
Well, I mean, I have to ask, although I suspect I know the answer. Is there anything of value, either, gold or whatever, or information that we can learn by looting or investigating their bodies?
I'm so glad you asked. Roll investigation.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Ooh, 22.
Very nice. You pick up you pick up 60 copper from all 4. And you've also found a slate tablet with what appears to be the image of a octopus on it. Like an angry octopus. It's a tiny slate piece, roughly hewn, cut roughly, in the shape of like a diamond shape. Okay? I'll draw it on the the stream for you. It'll be in red. So it's kind of like that. Okay?
Okay.
And it's cut very roughly, as if it was cut with stone tools, maybe even bone tools. And it's cut out of like a shale, like a very thin, brittle type of stone.
Okay.
Okay. You know what I mean by shale?
I am not familiar with the word, but I can picture what you're saying.
Yeah. Okay, so like the I don't know if you've noticed, like in front of our shed outside, we've got those like stepping stones.
Oh yeah, the things that kind of flake as they
Right.
get older. Yeah,
That's what I'm referring to.
gotcha.
So it's kind of cut out of that. And on it, like I said, it appears to be like some sort of angry octopus. I say angry octopus because it's got this bulbous head with like really narrow inverted eyes like slits, and just a ton of like, spaghetti tentacles coming off of the bottom part of this thing. And it's drawn on there using what appears to be like dried blood.
Gross. Okay. Has Adalyn ever seen this before?
Roll history. With disadvantage.
Okay.
So roll it twice, and then we'll take
Twice
the lower
and
number.
Lower. Yep. Okay. All right. Here's my first roll. Oh, jeez.
Tough to beat a 3.
Oh man.
And you did it. Tough to beat a 3. And roll number 2 was like, hold my beer.
Oh my gosh. It couldn't have been an 18 and a 16? Dude, come on.
3 and a 2. Suffice it to say,
She like drops it in the mud and then passes out from heat.
suffice it to say, the image on this shale piece puzzles you.
Oh, does it? Does it puzzle me?
Yeah,
Completely gobsmacked by that response.
Indeed, you have no idea what this is. Yeah.
Okay, well, Adalyn's going to go ahead and stare at this with her mouth slack for like 30 seconds. And then she's going to say, I have no memory of this.
I have no memory of this place.
Seriously, she's going to hand it to Captain Rhygar and say, I don't believe I've ever seen this before. Have you?
Rhygar is going to look at it, give it a little bit of sniff, and then he's going to, oh, it stinks as if it was in a fish's, well, you know. No, I've never seen anything of its like.
But he's not going to taste it like Gimli?
No.
Orc blood.
Orc blood. No, he's going to pass it back to you, and and be happy to have it out of his hands. In fact, he's going to kind of look around a little bit with frantic eye daunting, looking if there's a stream somewhere he can wash his fingers with.
Okay. Well, Adalyn is going to store this in her pack, just in case it's needed for some purpose at a later time.
Got it. All right. Make it a note. Got it. Okay. That concludes your first march. Do you wish to break for lunch and then move on, or do you want to go straight into your next march?
Yeah, let's break for lunch.
11sies?
Second breakfast, whatever you want to call it.
Second breakfast? All right. So we're gonna do. Let's see. Should be a half, like a short rest. You want to take a short? That'll be a short rest.
Now, I don't remember, what does the in terms of like health regeneration on the short rest, do you not get any? Do you get like what?
Oh no, you do. I'm actually looking up the rule right now. I'd look at my my player's handbook, which I do have on PDF, but unfortunately there's no search function on there that's good enough. So good old Google to the rescue. Okay, short rest is a period of downtime at least 1 hour long, during which a character does nothing more strenuous than eating, drinking, reading, and tending to wounds. So this perfectly fits what we're doing. A character can spend one or more hit dice at the end of a short rest up to the character's max, which is equal to the character's level. For each hit die spent this way, the character rolls the die and adds the character's constitution modifier to it. Character regains hit points equal to the total. Okay, so what that means is roll a d20, add your con modifier, and that's how much hit points you get back.
Gotcha.
You can also spend an additional die after each roll. Character regains some spent hit dice upon finishing a long rest, as explained below.
Oh, okay, so I guess I fully regenerated my health. I rolled a 19.
Good for you. It's going to be a plus 19. All right, so Rhygar is going to roll 1d20 plus. What's that funky con modifier for me? 1d20 plus tree. Hey, 20.
Oh, very nice.
Nice. So that's going to be, actually, we're going to go down to, okay, full.
You got me over my health, too, babe.
Sorry. Give yourself inspiration for the honesty.
Oh, thanks. Awesome. I'm so excited.
Thanks for being honest. You get inspiration.
Positive reinforcement, man. Love it.
Love it. Okay, sorry for the pause there in conversation, but I was just making a note. So I keep an extremely detailed Dungeon Master's log, and all of my notes here for the last for my campaigns last couple of years are in this notebook, and so I like to make sure that I'm getting everything down, because I've got a very hectic life when it comes to having young kids. We stream very late. We play D&D very late, and you know what ends up happening is halfway through something, the baby starts crying, and we're shucks. No, we gotta stop. We gotta break, and then now I'm wondering, maybe it's a week later. We're getting back to the game, and I'm like, well, where did we end up? Well, that's what this notebook is for, and I keep very detailed notes, so I know exactly where we are. Okay, time for the second march of the first day. What I need you to do, Caledorian, I got like 6 binders full of notes myself over the years. Yeah, it's the only way. DMs know how to do it. What I need you to do is I want you to roll a d20, and I think before we did a survival modifier. So add your survival skill.
I'm sorry. What am I rolling for?
Well, we're on the second march of the day.
Oh. Okay. Survival. Gotcha.
Yeah. So d20 plus survival.
I happen to be proficient in survival, so I get a 4.
Oh, wonderful. That's jolly good.
Watch, I'll roll a 1.
Yeah. 19. All right. House rules here is 19 plus also a 20 is a crit. Okay, the day is done. You have marched. You are 1/3 of your journey into the murky forest. The sun has gone down. The wolves begin to bay, and the mist begins to rise. A bright moon that leaves a rainbow halo inside the sky hangs over a starless, inky black night. You make your bed among the foliage of the thickets, wondering what's scurrying past you. Do you go straight to sleep? Do you start a campfire? What is it that you want to do in the evening?
Well, I'm thinking, Adalyn is thinking that a campfire is probably going to attract attention, quite possibly unwanted attention from lizard folk that might be in the area. I mean, we not that far into the forest encountered 4 of them, so there's every reason to believe that they're just could be anywhere in the forest. So I think she's going to try to keep things very dark and very quiet, and remain as stealthy as possible, and maybe just review what the plan is for the next day with Rhygar, and then go to sleep.
As you turn to your left, you notice that Rhygar has a blazing campfire and is simmering turkey and pepperoni and cheese over a huge brioche piece of bread.
Put it out, you fools! Put it out!
Put it out, you fools! Put it out! No, I'm joking. I'm kidding. Okay, so you and Rhygar tiredly kind of drop your packs, and he just kind of like breathlessly looks over to you and nods and says, "Right, okay. Well, I guess here's as good a place as any. And he just kind of pulls out his rolled up sleeping sack and starts to unfurl it and asks you, "What of tomorrow?"
Adalyn will say, well, I think we get a nice early start. And same thing as today. Try to remain as stealthy as possible and give him hell if we come across him.
Always liked the way you thought, Adalyn. So he props up his shield up against a thick oak that is devoid of any foliage, as are all the trees and bushes around. And he kind of sits upon it and rummages through his pack and pulls out some sort of meal bar for himself, and takes a big hunk of it and starts to chew, and looks at you and says, "Rations. You want some? I've got some extra for you."
She smiles and takes out her own rations and says, thank you. Keep them. We might have need of them later.
Yep, he nods and says, "Well, I'll take first watch if you're all right with that."
That's fine.
We'll begin at first light. So, I'll give us 5.5 hours of sleep.
Sounds about right.
Good. All right, I'll wake you up in about 2.5 hours then.
She nods and curls up and is pretty quickly asleep.
Rhygar sits there and kind of looks around vigilantly. And the evening slips by.
Adalyn has some gas in her sleep.
Rhygar does not light a fire anywhere near her. And the watch slips on through without the night's watch slips on through without any sort of issue. Okay. Let's see, what time is it? Okay, it is getting on in the evening for us folks. So I think now's a good time for us to end our stream for the week. But perhaps next week we'll begin with our second march into the forest, and we will be joined with Caledorian and his character. So
very cool.
Yeah, I'm very excited about this. Very excited to have another person at the table. Should be a good time. All right. I want to thank everyone for checking out the Friday night D&D stream. That's going to be it for the Paladin's Tavern for this week. Hey, everyone out there. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there watching. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for all you've done. And thanks for all you're going to do. From all the hard work you put into your children and into your husbands, all the hard work you put into your home. May all of you beautiful, lovely Proverbs 31 ladies out there have a blessed evening, and may the Lord richly and abundantly bless your life and the life of your family.
Amen.
Take care, everyone. Be safe. And as always,